Hi friends, welcome to my channel. So today we're going to start a fresh new certification series. So we are going to cover about the Databricks certified associate developer for Apache Spark. Nothing but a Spark certification which is provided by the Databricks. So I'm planning to cover each topics which has been used required for to clear this certification. So you can start learning with me, and I'm ensure that end of this series you can able to you are good to clear this certification. So first we'll see the what are the basic requirements for this to get this certified by the Databricks. First you should have a basic understanding of Spark data frame API and apply this Spark data frame API to complete the basic data manipulation task. The task includes selecting, renaming, manipulating the columns, filtering, dropping, and sorting and aggregating the rows. The selecting is not even how to do and create a data frame, and how to select the data from a data frame, how to rename the column in a data frame, manipulating the columns like transform, you are applying some transformations to the columns, and filtering using a data frame, dropping any columns, sorting and aggregating the columns based on some max or kind of aggregation, and handling the missing data how we do a default. Let's say if you have any column is missing, you need to populate with some default values, combining the data frames to different data frames using an union functions, and reading the data frame from any file. Let's say you have a CSV file, read the file as a data frame and write that data frame back to the any location, and then or writing to any location as a file, or writing the data into the table, and partitioning the data frames with schemas like how to partition by, you have to do a data frame, and writing working with an UDF functions and Spark SQL functions. In addition, the example access the basics of Spark architectures like execution deployment modes, execution hierarchy, fault tolerance, garbage collections, and broadcasting. You can take this exam in a Python or a Scala, whichever you are familiar with. Now let's see the minimal qualification which is needed. So you should have the basic Spark architecture understanding as we discussed earlier, and also you should have a good knowledge in adaptive query execution. And then also you should have the Spark data frame APIs to complete the individual data manipulation task which we have seen earlier, selecting, filtering, renaming, partitioning, right? All those things you should have. Let's see what is the duration for this examination. So the duration is 120 minutes to complete the Spark certifications, and then certification exam, and the questions you will have 60 multiple choice questions for this examination. So for each question you can have approximately say 2 minutes time. The questions will be distributed by a high level topic in a following way. So there are three major topics which will be tested in this examination. One is a Spark architecture concepts, which is nothing but a 10 out of 60 questions, which is nothing but 17 percentage, and Apache Spark architecture application, which is 11 percentage, 7 out of 60. And the major contribution comes here, the Apache Spark data frame API application, which is nothing but 43 out of 60 questions, which is 72 percentage. So this 1% one major session will cover the like which is enough to clear this examination. Next we'll come to see the cost. The cost is like $200 for this, so you can take any number of retakes, and each attempt will cost you $200. Okay, so this gives a brief introduction about the what is required, what will be tested in this examination, and how many questions you will have, and what the major topics will be covered in this examination. Now let's quickly jump into the first session, like creating a data frame using a Python and pandas. So first we'll try to create a single column data frame using a list. So let's say we have an ages list as a variable which has the list of numbers integers you have created. Okay, so then if you see the type of this ages list, that is nothing but a list. Then to create a data frame we have two options. The first option is like the spark.create data frame ages underscore list, the variable name comma the int, because the type is integer type, so we are providing that as an int. So the data frame is created. Let's say if you are not provide the type as integer, then the above command will fail, saying that cannot infer the schema for the type given. The second option is using an integer type, the module which is available in the Spark pyspark.sql.types. So you have to import this module first from pyspark.sql.types, import integer type, then spark.create data frame ages list is a variable comma the integer type function, so that is the data frame gets created. Next is we can see the another example for a string value. Let's say we have a variable like names underscore list, which has the list of names like Scott, Donald, Mikey. Then let's say if you try to create based on the first option like spark.create data frame names underscore list comma string, so here the list is in a string list, so we are passing in a data type as string. So let's see the second option how to create, like from and pyspark.sql.types import the string type, and then spark.create data frame names list underscore comma then the string type function. If you pass, the data frame gets created. So this is a basic thing we see how to create a data frame out of the list. So in upcoming sections we will try to see how to create a data frame with a multiple columns and how to select, how to filter, and other things in a detail. Thanks for watching the video.